I'm pleased you guys have been enjoying my new series of videos over the past few weeks, and for those of you that are joining for the first time, I've been making a series of videos that allows me to delve heavily into the Scream franchise to bring you guys some of the removed, deleted and alternate scenes that didn't manage to see the light of day. Most of this information is taken from original scripts, drafts and interviews with cast and crew who worked on the movie. To make sure you don't miss out on this awesome Scream trivia, be sure to hit subscribe and make sure you sign up for notifications so you don't miss a single update. In today's episode, we're taking a look at one of the scrap drafts for Scream 2. If you're familiar with Scream history, you will know the story of Scream 2 scripts. For those of you that don't, the production was possibly one of the messiest you'll hear about from the slasher genre. Scream 1996 was massively popular, and so there was this worldwide craze that took over horror fans at the time. With that craze came media attention, and members of the press were beyond eager to get any kind of information about Scream 2 they could get their hands on. At the time, it was alleged that a leaker had shared the original script online, which resulted in numerous rewrites and edits from Kevin Williamson as the identity of the killers became public knowledge following the leak. However, Kevin himself has confirmed more recently that a series of fake scripts were leaked to the public intentionally, as he knew the media were getting closer and closer to obtaining information about the movie. So, I have 3 different versions of Scream 2. 2 of them were definitely fake. Edits were sloppy, dialogue seemed rushed, and the killers in both versions were ridiculous. However, the third one I have seemingly draws closer to what we got in the final version, with some minor changes. Today we're discussing one specific scene that was featured in all of the scripts before the leak, and also featured in the final script, but wasn't featured in the movie. The scene is between Sidney Prescott and Randy Meeks, and one thing I find incredibly interesting, the chemistry between the pair is somewhat interesting. This may be me, but this deleted scene was fascinating for another reason, but I'm going to go into that a little later. So basically, Randy and Sidney met up in this particular draft for Scream 2, and the pair basically did something that was completely shocking for Sidney as a character especially. But in one sense, I kind of enjoyed reading it because it highlighted something I think was sort of overlooked in the final version. Anyway, save me going on, let's take a read through this particular scene in Scream 2 that was cut from the theatrical release. Sidney and Randy continue watching the movie. The guards behind them are way engrossed. On screen, it's the end of the movie. Tori Spelling is running for her life from the 2 killers, Johnny Depp and his sidekick. She finds herself trapped in the kitchen. Johnny Depp holds the knife up to Tori's face. Tori, why did you kill my mother? Johnny, because she was sleeping with my dad. She's the reason my mum left me. She was a whore, just like you. In the theatre, these words sting Sid. Randy notices her flinching. On screen, Tori, my mum was no whore, don't you say that. Johnny, ha 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 ha. Tori starts to cry. In the theatre, tears find their way down Sidney's cheeks. On screen, Johnny Depp and his murderous sidekick start stabbing each other. Johnny, it's the perfect alibi, Sidney, just like in the movies. Sidney can't take it anymore. She gets up and races out the theatre. Sid emerges from the theatre and into the lobby. She moves into a curtained section where the water fountain is. She looks up and sees Randy flying out the theatre. He exits outside looking for her. The cops are right behind him. So, there's so much to take away here. This one is minor, but it seems as a meta form of casting. They had plans for Johnny Depp to appear as Billy Loomis in Stab. If you're unaware, Johnny actually played Glenn in A Nightmare on Elm Street, and his death was pretty iconic in that movie, whilst more Skeet Ulrich was cast in Scream due to his resemblance to Johnny Depp. So the meta element of this whole casting process would have come full circle here. The second takeaway is that this whole sequence with Sidney checking out Stab was quite interesting. I'm not saying it matches the character they turned Sidney into in the final movie of the franchise, but realistically, this movie was about Sidney, about her life. She was also being stalked once again, and I think having her watching the movie to use as some kind of research for the current attacks is very smart of her. It's also smart of Randy to tag along, as he was a movie nerd, and now that I think about it, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for him not to see the movie. As I said though, they steered Sydney away from being involved in the culture frenzy that surrounded the in-universe events, so I respect that direction, but I just think it would have been interesting to see her catch the events and how they transpired on screen in the movie. I mean, this scene literally showed how shaken she still was over those very events, which makes the build-up to her departure from the public eye all the more believable in Scream 3. What I want to know is, though, what do you guys think about this? I think it's another aspect that many of you will be mixed on, but I'm excited to hear what you think nonetheless. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you're enjoying this content, be sure to like, share, and hit subscribe so you don't miss more awesome Scream content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.